Hello everyone, I'm Kailoto, and we're back here with episode 8, I believe, of Opus Magnum. Oh boy, we're getting quite into it here. We're about halfway through chapter 4. We've met an unlikely ally in Clara Soria, and she's been overseeing us as we work on some alchemy solutions. Apparently she was always interested in alchemy, and so seems to be a bit of an equal, at least. Someone who can actually understand the art. And yeah, so far she's turned out to be, I don't know, quite pleasant company. Alright, let's look at this next one here. Invisible ink. Ooh, for like spy messages or something? Are you truly comfortable with this artifice? Comfortable? I'll rather enjoy deceiving Taro. I just need to think of what's right. The language of love doesn't come naturally to me. So, I assume going to pretend to seduce him or something. Me either. Those types of letters are the sort of thing I've only read about in old tales of romance. Well, how do the letters read in those tales? It's all very overwrought and florid. Perhaps I can't bear not being with you. I'll die if I cannot have you. Every breath I take is a sigh of wistful despair. This is all very good, yes. I'll have to note these down. I love her sort of just apathetic reaction to all this. She's just like, yes, that's an interesting thing. I should note that down so I can use it to better screw with Taro Colvin. Ooh. So we've got two parts here, Invisible Ink Part A and Invisible Ink Part B. And they're fairly similar. The difference is just that there's a little vitae and mores in the middle part. And we have two reagents that are both water elementals. We don't really need both, obviously, and for cost and area optimized designs, we probably won't use both, but from what I can see here, we can use one of these. Like we have 4 for each output, and we can use one. We can like create a stream of salt, and that salt can be used for this and for the vitae and mores, because let's not forget that requires 2 salt to create 2 of the sort of opposing whatever elements of life and death, I assume. And then, you know, ones to sort of line up these parts. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I imagine we'll have something creating this part, and then something that alternates creating these parts. Might be a little tricky, but we'll get the hang of it, I'm sure. All right, well, I'll catch you on the other side then. Okay. I think it's possible that I solved this. I'm not 100% certain. I've had to sort of delay it a bit so that things don't interfere. There's definitely ways around that. This isn't really a speed build, so say, but it should run, I think, well enough. There might be some problems. I haven't tested it, but let's give it a look. Oh, okay, so it still needs to be delayed a little bit more. Give it like 2 more turns. The idea is, keeps interfering with it over here, but the idea, you know, is to make this half over here, make this half over here, and then put them together and put them in the 2 outputs. This should work. Oh, no, okay. I know where my other problem is. This one doesn't repeat. Let's see if it repeats now. There we go. Gotta fix a few things towards the end, but the design overall works. Alright. Yep, so way to get that under 50 cycles. I can see that easily, and pretty good. This is quite the stratagem. For someone like me, there's no choice but to pursue my ends this way. You aren't afraid of the danger. Belonging to a house family is dangerous enough. It's those who feel their position is secure who don't see things clearly. In world weariness, you are well beyond your years. I do appreciate your concern, Concordia, but I know full well what I am doing. Purified gold. Ooh, fancy. I feel compelled to note that you're turning lead into gold again. I knew that was going to come up. You noticed. Yes, it seems the world is determined to taunt me. You're an alchemist, after all. So I've been informed. Is this a matter of some sensitivity to him? Something about how he doesn't like being typecast, I believe. Lead into gold may as well be my parlor trick. At least this time you're doing it in the service of your own ends. True. Assume we need the gold to pay off our thief accomplice and to, I don't know, buy shit for Clara to use in her duping of Colvin. Or something fancy, who knows. Forgot where the open button was. Alright, this is our product, elemental gold. Keep in mind, last time we were making gold, we had Quicksilver, which is like the cheap version. Here, you might be like, why do we need 4 reagents? Well, our only option is to use the Glyph of Purification. And if you might remember from last episode, that means that for each level up, we're going to need 2 of these. So, we're starting at lead once again, and we're going all the way up to gold. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 promotions. So this should be, let's see, 2 to the 1, yeah, 2. Okay, this should be 2 to the 5, which, let's do some calculations. That would be 32. I would need 32 inputs to form a single gold. That's a lot. Can't we just get some Quicksilver? It'd be so much easier. Oh, jeez. So we're gonna have to do this, let's see here. You know, because for this we'll need 2 silver to form gold, right? We will need 4 copper to form 2 silver. We will need 8 iron to form 4 copper. We will need 16 tin to form 8 iron. We will need 32 lead to form tin. So, this will be sort of an interesting format, I think. I'm gonna make this one as sprawling as I can. It's not going to be compact by any means, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Oh, jeez, this will be crazy. Okay, I think I might have a solution. I'm not 100% certain on the timing on this, but the idea, it looks completely insane, but the idea is to just send a constant stream of lead up into here, and then to constantly bring that up into here, so the tin gets into here, makes the iron next, yeah. Iron over here, iron up to here to make copper, copper up to here to make silver, silver up to here to make gold, gold into the output. And this actually, I believe, would be the fastest possible solution, because there's just their limit of how much you can spawn in, and this should go as fast as possible and move it all to the next output as quickly as it can. So let's have a watch. Okay, first problem. Right down there, I have this one moving the opposite direction that it needs to go. Alright, let's hope that that still works out though. That's one. Is it looping correctly? Looks like it is. That's two, alright. Looks like an absolute mess, but it's working at quite a clip. Alright, nice to go. Oh, there's a way to do it faster. Huh. I will have to look into that. Perhaps perhaps there's different ways of spreading out which ones you're bringing the... Yeah, I bet that's how it is. The way to do it is... Since the spawn rate isn't actually as fast as it can possibly be because I'm limited by, you know, how they end up on these. You have to wait for this one to be moved out. So there's a way to use like 2 of these for every of these arms, and you'll have a solution. Oh boy, this is altogether a greater quantity of gold than any I've seen in my life. We need to set aside some for Nil's payment. The rest we'll use for Clara's outfit. You're going to use that gold to adorn me? Please don't suggest I don plated armor or something of the like. No, I have a much better idea. You'll be talk of the city for a generation. You say that as though there won't be anything else unusual about this ball. Right. Sometimes I forget about the rest of our plan. Oh, 2 more. Oh boy. Do I think I can... I think we can keep going. Might be stretching this a bit. This might be a long episode, but I think we can try. Let me know how you'd like the jewel of your tiara to look. Terror Colvin isn't one for subtlety. He needs to be dazzled by everything he sees. If my sword indicates nobility, the jewel should imply obscene wealth. But it would be a shame to make some overwrought bauble just for his benefit. Why not have something you truly want to wear? Maybe. I don't want to tempt myself to imagine this is anything but a plot with a specific aim, a specific target. But perhaps Taro's interest will grow all more if you present yourself in a way that suits you. Oh, that's a frightening proposition. So we're making a jewel. Synthesized jewel. Interesting. Ah! Okay. Sorry. Quite a thing. that's a lot of bonds, as you would expect with a jewel. We've got our gold right here. It's gonna sit in the middle. We've got earth. Okay, I'm starting to see ways that this can work. You can use these 2 to make this sort of radical right here. This sort of a earth salt thing, and then you can just repeat that 6 times around the sides, and you would have to bond it with that, and that would ensure all those bonds, and then probably the other direction as well. There's a lot going on here. Oh geez. Well, let's get cracking. I'm starting to come up with some ideas. This might take a while, but hopefully we can get a solution at least to this one. Alright, catch you on the other side. Okay, I think I have a solution. It did turn out to be a lot easier than I think it... Well, actually, let me double check that. There's going to be... Okay, I already see a problem. There has to be some way to... get bonds from, like, in between that. This won't complete it, though. We need to have it rotated a few more times than that. Oh jeez. I'll be back. Okay, let's try this. My only concern is that it might loop before I complete rotating it. Nope, it did. Okay, it worked. Amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that was lovely. I loved it. Alright. If it were up to me, I would dispense entirely with this vain and empty grandeur. Oh look, she's got the tiara on her. That's a bit rash, don't you think? These rituals do hold important meanings. Perhaps they did once, but they've gotten lost over time. All the more reason to preserve it before it's lost forever. But it's all posturing, empty symbols. How many of us carry swords and can't even use them? Well, at least the jewel looks lovely on you. Thank you, Concordia. Maybe one day I'll be able to wear it purely for myself. Golden thread. Alright, let's get on this. Just supply me with the thread. I'll take care of the rest of it. You're sure? From thread to complete dress? I still know all the suppliers of Van Tassen Rain. They'll know what to do. This is amounting to quite the production. It's a shame the Van Tassens won't gain the benefit of this work. A ball gown made of pure gold certainly would have fit well with their sense of style. Ah, Frederick, how I wish you could be here to see it. Oh, poor Frederick. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Okay, this is gold thread. It's basically salt, a little hexa sort of thing, and it's another infinite frickin' product. This actually doesn't look like it would be too difficult, all things considered. I'm gonna kick myself for saying that right now, but yeah. Let's give this a shot. I'll see you later. Okay, I think I have the solution. Let's give it a watch. A lot of sliding back and forth. I do believe it's working though. Alright. Nicely done. Not a moment too soon either. See the thread here? As thin and smooth as silk. And you plan to make the entire dress out of this. Quite the bold sartorial statement. That's the plan, to have everyone's eyes on you. A nerve-wracking thought. At the same time, I'm practically bursting with anticipation for it. A strange mixture of emotions, I'll admit. You're stronger than you know, Clara. You'll do wonderfully. I'm sure of it. Concordia, thank you. The plot. Alright, let's finish this up. Nils, is that you? Sorry to interrupt your alchemical intrigues, but I came back to let you know House Colvin is stepping up patrols through the border zones. They may have realized there were some escapees. Took them long enough. Thank you for the warning. I have a few more things to do, but we should be out of here just as soon as I'm finished. Don't hesitate, they're clearly looking for someone. Clara, this is Nils. You should say he's a bit of an unsavory character. No, I know. Wait, you know Nils? Know him. I employ him. Only on a part-time basis. Ha! I always wonder how it was that you found us so easily. I'm almost offended you didn't realize it sooner. Your machinations are at a level far beyond ours, I'm afraid. And here I thought I'd found the only trustworthy thief in the city. Lady Soria, I advise returning home now before there is any chance of being seen here. That's likely for the best, I agree. There's still the matter of the lipstick. Once you've made it, Nils can bring it to me on the night of the ball itself. Very well. One more thing, Clara. There will be chaos. I know, and I don't fear it. Heh. Alright. Last bit, the city. Oof. Last chapter coming up. Well, I won't waste any time. We're getting down to the wire here, and this episode has gone on much too long anyways, so I guess we'll just have to see what's up next time. Catch you in episode 9. Kailoto, out.